Coach, it is clear, but it is cold here today as EA Sports takes us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the New England Patriots. This is taken near the 13th. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check it out.
Throwing to start the drive. Stevenson, open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Let's go now.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on 1st down. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
To throw on 2nd down, Stevenson, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
To throw on 3rd down, Stevenson. Well, he's going to go for it all. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Mike 51, Mike 51. Ready?
On 4th down, Stevenson. It's caught. Jones. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Tanner Vallejo came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Spike, echo. No. Check 24, check 24. Let's go, let's go.
Back to throw. Stevenson sliding out of the pocket. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Buying time to his left. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's fourth.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
You go, check, 180. Mike 91. Check, 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 check.
On first down, it's Stafford. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Cameron Meredith, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
That drive was quick and impressive. Almost like they had somewhere else they needed to be after the game.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken near the 13. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now it's Lindsey. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Broncos 10, Patriots 7.
after the touchdown. Here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Set. 180. Mike 47. I got one.
Here's Stafford. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. Out of the gun, Stafford. And this is caught by Watkins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
And the Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Stafford now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, 22!
Throwing again is Stafford. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Sony Michel, his first carry. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Set! Blue 60! Mike 50! 0! Hey, Delta! Mike's 50!
Stafford on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Jenkins, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Hey, Charlie. 48 Mike. 48 Mike. Get it.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
Down at the 26.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. 10-7 our score after 1, right here on EA Sports.
Ready up. 48 Mike. Go on. Go on, D. Hey, watch it. Watch it. Check 37. Check 37. Hey, lock it. Check 43. Greystone travel. Check 4. Check 4. Bam. Bam.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people, because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers, because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Switch gears. Slam, slam, slam. Whip. Watch the whip. Ready.
On 3rd and 2, Stevenson. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Check 25. Check 25. Leo. He's checking.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Calais Campbell able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
It's going to be a long day. Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey. Go on. Hey, turn it up. Watch the ship. Hey.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
Hard. Bang. Pilot, 64, weak.
Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. On 4th down, Stevenson trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. Allen, the intended receiver. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. N'Keal Harry was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. One receiver right is Watkins. They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down.
Go, go.
They snap it to Stafford. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. N'Keal Harry, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots have retaken the lead. Hauschka with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. There he goes left side. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Meanwhile, on the NFL scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago. And it's now the Bears leading by a couple of touchdowns in that one. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. Room here to run. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. That right there, career catch number 541, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Kellen Winslow, who also obviously played the tight end position.
Yeah, and helped revolutionize it when he was in San Diego. But how about what we're seeing right here? You're talking about 541 catches at the tight end position. You talk about lofty territory, rare air. He has a lot to be proud of in his career.
Stafford now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Got a man open. That's Harry. Fights through and now a crease. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Ready?
Now it's Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Let's go! Set! 180! Real right, 22! 4-7's the mic, 4-7.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. That's out to his running back, Michelle. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken very short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Five. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Get ready. Let's go.
Looking to throw on second down. Stevenson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Go. Motion. Reset. Go. Mike 51. Hey, Haywood. Such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Get it.
Operating from the gun, Stevenson. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
60 or. You're out. Watch the run. Watch the run. 6 guys. Check 6.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Dante Hightower on the stop. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's got his big tight end, Fant.
One of the advantages of zone defenses, I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Watch the eye. X3, 218, chop it.
From the gun, Stevenson looking downfield for Jones. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Squeeze, double.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Get the ball. 80 weapons.
On 1st down, Stevenson. Jones has it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Mike 51. Crunch time. Hey, Sam off. Come. Go.
Off play action. Stevenson flushed out right. This complete to Jones. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
General West. Here we go. Check. 5.
Throwing on 1st down. Stevenson. A scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw again. Screen pass to Lindsey. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Noah Fant in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are back within a single score. That is a near-perfect end-of-half drive right there.
And we've seen that many times from the best in the league. But do you really expect to see it done that well by a rookie? And how about the timing? Finishing it almost near the zeros, as you said, right at the end of the half. Great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 28-24 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go! Let's go!
25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A final shot before the break. Stafford. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Come on now, let's go!
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. In order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, they run with Michelle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Michelle. And he stopped immediately there. The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 35. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Set, lady, 10. Get up. Hey.
Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Broncos' 23-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
All day, defense, all day.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Let's go. Line 50.
Stafford on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Hey. 4 down. Hey. Check 91. 91 is the mic. Mike 91. Hey, check. 91 is the mic. It's gonna be.
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Catch is made by Harry. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Out of the gun, Stafford. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. 4th touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken short.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
No game on this defense, no game. Hey, by 52. Get it.
Off the play fake. Stevenson. He'll run it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Wide. Hey, lock it. Watch twins.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Ready to break.
1st down, Broncos.
Run. Check 50. Protein spill. Check. Tight there. Ready.
On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Coming in. Under 10. 10. Leo. Kill.
2nd and 11. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kyle Van Noy. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
Go. Check safety.
Operating from the gun, Stevenson. It's caught, Jones. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 38-yard line. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Patriots. Past the 20, 10, and he is in. Touchdown, New England. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Hauschka with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken very short.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kyle Van Noy able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5.
Hey, foxtrot. Greystone, travel. 52 right here. 52. And we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Hey, fire.
Off play action. Stevenson. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Hey, orbit. It's a party out.
From the gun, Stafford. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Foxborough. We get set for the fourth quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. New England on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 15. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, fourth quarter.
Hey, Echo. 48. Hey, we go back to 48 right now. Let's go. Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Shoot.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
You draw focus.
And an alley to run. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, that'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth.
Check 26, check 26.
On 1st and 10, Stevenson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Corey Legion. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Kill. Pilot, 64, weak. Kill. Save. Watch out. Hard. Get it.
Looking to throw. Stevenson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
3 down. Right here, guys. Mike 51. Let's go. Hey, Delta. Man up, D. Go, Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey.
Operating from the gun, Stevenson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Duke Dawson picks it. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
He's tired of me. He's tired of us.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Flush, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll run out of the gun with Michel. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, lady! 54 Mike. Man, that's trash.
And it's Michel once again. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Hauschka adds the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Broncos take over first and 10.
We're going to work
at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. He finds an opening past the 40. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsay, 75 yards. And the Broncos get a bit closer. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop through an opening, and there he goes. The 20, 10, and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel, 73 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this, saying, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit, being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
All day, dog. No. Off. Look, squeeze. Stay grip.
Off the play fake. Stevenson. This is the tight end fan. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Back to throw. Stevenson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot.
Hey, stand on. 5.
To throw on 2nd down. Stevenson. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. On 1st down, Stevenson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Completes it to Fant on the right side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down.
And the Broncos 1st down.
Got it. 51 the mic, boy. 51. It's coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go. Here we go. Slam, slam, slam. Joker, joker. Bam, bam. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no. Check 24, check 24. Let's go.
Throwing on 1st down. Stevenson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 20. He's at the 40. 30. 20. 10. 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
The Broncos take over.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Back to the air on 2nd down. Stevenson. He's got a man. Complete. 36 yards on the play. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
52. Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot. Check 31. Get ready.
On 1st and 10, Stevenson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
No, check that. We're going to Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. You're going to night-night. Hey, Mike 52. All right. Now.
Throwing again. Stevenson. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
52's the Mike. Hey, Haywood. 52's the Mike.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that will cut this lead down to 25.
Makes the score Patriots 63, Broncos 38.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this is secured by the Patriots. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing here, Stafford. Got a man open, that's Harry. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Sit down. You waiting? 40 got. 91 is the mic. Hey, seam 6. 91 is the mic. Mike 91. Hey,
The shotgun snap for Stafford. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that. But there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other